As we continue to speak about giving this week, I want to share with you Proverbs chapter 3, verses 9 and 10, which says, "Honor the Lord with your substance and with the first fruits of all your produce. Then your barns will be filled with plenty, and your vats will be bursting with wine." This proverb always reminds me of a story that I actually used to create one of the very first radio spots I wrote for Brewster Baptist Church about 25 years ago. And it was a story that came from the Butterball Turkey Company. We're coming up on Thanksgiving, and some of you may know that Butterball has a 1-800 hotline that you can call for turkey tips about how to make a great Thanksgiving turkey. So one year, a woman called the Butterball Turkey Company and said that she had a turkey that had been in the freezer for more than 10 years. And would it still be okay to eat? And the Butterball representative said, well, as long as it had been continuously frozen and it had never thawed, it might be still safe to eat, but she wouldn't recommend it. And the woman replied, "That's what I thought. I'll just give it to the church." Unfortunately, that can be an attitude toward giving that some people have. Well, I'll give the church my leftovers. I'll give God the least desirable, the thing that I have the least connection to, that I wouldn't want for myself. Proverbs 3, 9, and 10 says, no, that's not actually the way it's supposed to be. We're supposed to give God the first fruits, not our leftovers. And one of the ways I like to think about this is using apples, for example. Jill and I, the last several years, when we've had a chance to go up to Maine in the fall, have gone apple picking. That may be something that some of you may have done, either recently yourself or something you did in the past. And we love going to a particular orchard up in southern Maine. And if you think about what God provides us in terms of apples, I picture it this way. Imagine God saying to you, here are 10 beautiful, ripe, delicious apples, and I'm going to give you all 10 of these apples. And all I'm asking you to do is to take the first one and give it back to me. That's what the Bible calls tithing. That's part of giving the first fruits of what we have. And the ancient Israelites believed that giving to God of the first fruits, the best of that early harvest, helped to ensure a successful harvest throughout that season. And so for ourselves in our own giving to God, even in challenging times, it's always important to keep in mind, I want to give God of the first fruits that I have, of the best that I have. God really doesn't want our leftovers.